I am a mechanical student with no basic knowledge in programming. Can I get successful in software field? To enter into software, what should I learn? Okay. So here he's saying three things like no basic knowledge of programming, but how can he enter into the software? Okay. So now let's look into this. See, essentially, what are the skills that are needed for a software development? Okay. So, see, engineering, sorry, I did not select this. Engineering is about having the capability to comprehend the things and to able to understand problems end to end and able to synthesize the things what you have studied and come up with a problem solving approach. That is the primary thing what you learn in engineering. Either it is mechanical or ECE. So I see other question as well, which is also similar to this. I am ECE or something like this. Let me just. So yeah, what are the job opportunities first? So it's the same question, but let us answer this. This will answer both of them. Okay. So either you are mechanical or engineering or you are a CSE graduate or sorry. Okay. At the end of the day, you should be able to have the capability of problem solving. Okay. So problem solving might be a very vague idea. Everyone will have their own definition. But the point is, if you can think of a problem, if you can see a problem and come up with some solution, okay. For example, let's say this BTech, this engineering, studying engineering of mechanical ECE, these all things are there for a long time, okay. And all the seniors, 3 years of seniors, second year, third year, and fourth year seniors, all have gone through the route what you are going now. Okay, so exams have been complete. Exams for them, exams, all the other details, everything is there with them. So you came up with an idea. Okay, why should I ask everything? Why don't I create something, a website? Let's say I want to solve this. I'll create a website where I'll put all the details. Okay. So in first year, these are the subjects, these are the papers, or these are the books you need to study. So once you see this problem, you can come up with a solution. You can come up with the software solution, and many of the resources. First thing is all the resources are available for free for engineering students. It is not for free. It is not free for me. It is only free for engineering students. Okay. So you can build all the software related resources are actually free for you. Okay. The only thing is you need to build these things. Okay. You need to build these things. And that is not very difficult. It is also very easy. If you just follow a few set of basic things, it is very easy. Okay. So the examples are like, if you understand, let's say, if you understand what is Git and GitHub, okay, and you understand open source. By the way, I am assuming you have access to laptop or desktop or your college, a machine, some machine is there. So once you can understand Git and GitHub, okay, and you get access to the open source, there are a lot of applications that you can do for fun, okay, just for fun. So this will be really useful for you. Okay. So now, so what I'm saying is this is the problem you want to solve. So if you have solved that and try to create something, okay, it will be useful. So to answer your question, now, what are the things that a software company expects from any engineering student? My friend, has studied in aerospace, okay, mechanical engineering. But TCS has hired him for a specific thing where they work for a company called Boeing. I don't know the spelling, but it's about the flights. Okay, it is about creating the flights. So they create aircrafts and all. So for Boeing company, he was recruited for that. So there in that company, they need both mechanical and software. Okay. So the basic things what people expect is you have the ability to do problem solving and you are able to put your effort. You are committed to do something. So regarding software, whatever the language, either you have C programming or Python program, whatever introductory programming language you have, right, as part of first year, make sure you understand. Make sure you understand them, how to write programs and everything. That is step number one. And next step is try to use that programming to do something related to your mechanical thing. For example, I can think of let's say you have electrical, okay. You have these different circuits and you have resistors, you have capacitors, and you have different circuits. So you can create an application where you have a virtual circuit board where you connect different things and things work. Okay, those things can be done. Okay, but for that you need to invest some time on a regular basis so that you can solve. And there are many avenues for something like hackathon. These things happen in college, so make sure you participate in them. Make sure you participate in them. That will actually help you. Okay. So to put it simply, learn the language, whatever is taught for you in the college, the best possible way, and try to use that ability to solve some of the problems what you have in your own domain. Okay. And talk to your talk to fourth year students. Okay, not in your college, but across different colleges, at least three colleges, and ask them what are the software they have used, what are the type of problems they have solved. Okay, because these days in India, at national level, they're putting hackathons where the solutions are from all branches. It's not only CSE, it's from mechanical, ECE, all branches, where everything actually involves some part of software. Even though you have a mechanical thing built, at least somewhere there's a component of software involved. Okay, so if you can do that, you can easily get into software. That's not a very difficult thing. Okay, so this is about this question.